Hey everyone, it's lesson 6. We are collecting rational number like terms. Yeah. All right. So pretty much what we're doing here is we're continuing to simplify, worrying about our variables, our negatives, but the rational numbers have shown up at the front door. All right. So you don't have to look out the window or anything there. They're just going to let themselves in. Okay. Yeah. So we're collecting rational numbers. So let's show you what we're talking about here. Let's get you there. All right. Oops, too far. Nope, not far enough. All right, here we go. Oh, there it is. Okay. Problem number 6. Rational numbers, all right, with our variables that are there. So do we see how they all have that letter N with them? So because of that, we can combine them together. That's our like terms. We just got to use our rules for fractions that are here. One thing that we don't do is we don't use mixed numbers. Okay, so even though they've given you 2 and 2/9, get it out of there. Rewrite it, all right? So I'm going to 18, 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. All right, so 29's N is what we're after. All right, so in order to add with our rational numbers, we need a... Wow, that didn't go as planned. We need a common denominator. Yes, we do. So I'm looking at 3, 4, 6, 9. I got to come up with something that all can work with it. So I'm like, okay, 18, but that doesn't work with the 4. 36. Yes. So I'm going through my multiplication facts there. You might just need to list them out depending on where you're at. So yeah, 36 here. So typically we end up putting the letter in the numerator with the number. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to pause on my 36 for a second. Normally this is how you're going to see it. 2n divided by 3. That's the same as 2/3 n. Multiplying here, all right? You're probably going to find it a lot easier. And for the most part, you're going to see it written out like this. Let me get that last one down there. There we go. And then I think it's going to be a little bit more straightforward. I'm going to line everyone up here just so visually I'm a little bit more structured. So I'm getting my common denominators down. All right, so let's see. Times it by a 12. So 2n times 12, well, 24n. Okay. 4 times 9 gives me 36. So 3n times the 9, all right, 27n. 6 times 6 is 36. So 1n times 6 is 6n. And then 9 times 4 is 36. So 20 times 4, 80. So there's my 80n that we're working with. All right, they're all like terms. So let's see here. 24 minus 27, negative 3n. Negative 3n minus 6n, negative 9n. And then negative 9n plus the 80n, yeah, negative 71n. Don't forget your common denominator, and there you are. Negative 71n over 36. Also negative 71/36. And people, it's awkward saying these fractions with the decimal, with the variables. So you all will use that phrase over. All right, that's fine. It's how you're going to see things. All right, so let's see who else we can find that's in here. Here we go. So we've got our rational numbers. We've got our distributive property. I'm distributing the negative along with it as well, and I've got rational numbers. People, we've got a mathematical buffet here. Let's dig in. All right, so first thing I'm noticing is that negative 1/2 up against the parentheses, so I've got to multiply it to both people. We talked about we don't really deal with the mixed numbers, so again, I'm going improper here. Now, I know you might be like, but earlier you said, listen, the letters are here. Because the variables are here, I would. Now, the more I look at this, though, it's negative 6 1/3. There's no letters with it. So you know what? I will hold on it there. There's no letters. So letters, improper right away. No debates. If there's not, and it's just a rational number, then, okay, we'll leave you. Let's just see what happens. Negative 6 1/3. Multiply through by that negative 1/2. So a half times a half is a fourth. Just multiplying straight across there. If you need to come off to the side so you can visually see it, that's fine. So it's a negative 1/4. And then negative 1/2 times y, that is going to be a, now this is going to look a little bit awkward. What we're doing is negative 1/2. It's really a y over a 1. You want to make something into a whole number, into a fraction. You got to divide it by 1. So really it's negative y over 2. So there's my negative sign. There's my y over my 2. So, all right. So now I got to do negative 6⁻³ minus a 4th. Okay. Hey, they're both negative. That means we're actually going to add here. So common denominator. Let's go 12. All right. Times 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. Times 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. Remember, we're going to end up adding here because they're both negatives. So that's going to give me negative 6 7/12. And then that minus y over 2. And I've got it there. All right. Yeah, there's a lot that's going on here, a lot to keep track. This is why we kind of keep persuading you to write things down. All right, let's go to letter D. Looks okay. Yeah, let's go do letter. Let's take care of letter D here. All right. I'm noticing that 1/3 is up against the parentheses, so I'm going to multiply it to everyone there. It is a positive 1/3, so I don't have to worry about distributing a negative. So let's just leave the 2/3 there. We're going to multiply the fractions. Multiply across. 1/3 times a 4th. Well, that's a 12th. All right. That is a 1/3 right there, right? I got to check. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Couldn't see very well. All right. So yeah, that's 1/12 and f. So again, the f could go off to the side of the fraction. As I think you're going to find it a lot easier just to put it up in the numerator. And then I got to do 1/3 times 1 1/3. I know it's going to be negative, so I'll put it down there. All right. Well, you need improper fractions here to multiply. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 1 is 4, so it's a 4/3. So when I multiply, yeah, I get 4/9. So, okay. There we go. Remember, when you multiply by a number smaller than 1, it will make it smaller. So 4/9 is smaller than 1 1/3, but that's because I was taking 1/3 of it. All right, so now I've got to combine like terms here. So I see the negative 4/9 with the 2/3. Common denominator. What should we use? We should use a 9. We should. All right, so if I'm going to use a 9, I'm coming off to the side. No change over here, the negative 4/9. All right, already had the common denominator. 3 times 3 gets me to 9, so 2 times 3 gets me to a 6. So now I can go ahead and subtract. 6 minus the 4, that's a 2/9. So there we go. I got a 1f over 12 plus a 2/9. Technically, we don't need the 1 in front of it. Again, if we leave it there, all right, no one's going to get hurt. No one's going to get injured. We just want to start staying away. We don't want to develop any bad habits that are there. But yeah, there you go. We actually break this up into 2 days. I just want to see if there's anyone else we want to take care of today. And the answer to that is no. All right, people. Fractions, welcome aboard. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. Let me try that again. Well, that didn't work either.